Hi, coach.
Hello.
Hi. So, Blasters entering to the second half of the ISL season. Tomorrow's match against KBFC will be the first home match in the second half. So, what is the expectation and preparation for the next half? Because it's a very important half. So, what is your expectation and preparation of the second half of the ISL season?
Yeah, my opinion, and this is one of the most important games of the season so far, because we want to start on a good way at home, seeing the fact that we will play 4 more games at home, 5 away. It is very important and crucial that we play good games at home to try to collect points, staying in top. So tomorrow's game for us will be one of the most difficult so far, on a physical level, on a level of fighting spirit, because Punjab we faced a couple of times in last, even I remember in the previous season in friendly games and everything. It's a tough team. It's a tough team. We faced them also in cup competitions last year, also in December in Delhi. So it's a very tough team, difficult to play against, and we will have tomorrow to be on top of our performance. With our whole power, hoping to collect the points. So I expect a hard game, with many duels, lots of runnings, and of course hoping that with the help of the fans tomorrow that we can achieve something nice. So now hopefully they will come tomorrow to support us. We need them. We need them now in the last, let's say, line more than ever.
One more question. Without Luna, that's a very important part of the coming season. We have only 4 home matches and I think 5 away. So without Luna, what will be your game plan and what is your expectation about without Luna?
There is one interesting thing when you start the season and when you complete your team. Of course, now mentioning Adrian, who will come to support us tomorrow. So because it's now I think 10 days that he's in Mumbai in a recovery process. He will be coming back in Kochi beginning of March to start training sessions with the medical staff and with the team. So when you start the season and you complete your teams, then Luna as a captain in the previous, it's 3rd season that he is in our team. Of course, as a coach and as the team, you have a certain style, how you want to play. Then during the season, all around the world, injuries happen, okay? And then as a coach and as a coaching staff, you have to change the style a little bit, because depending not only about him, but when you miss 1 or 2 players, in our case at one moment it was like missing 7 players, then every time as a coach you want to find a way how to win games, okay? Then when you practice and you want to have your playing style, and then in one moment due to injuries you have to change it, okay? Then again after 2-3 games you have to change it, and then so if you do it twice in a season or maybe 3 times in a season, it's a lot, then you have to change many dynamics, many things. Now it's been 4 times we changed it. So now again as a team, missing some players, okay, or getting some new players, new faces or youngsters or some new foreigner, again you have to change certain things, approach, and you have to find a way how to win games. Sometimes it's not nice, but at the end of the game, the most important thing is like how you collect points. So of course, without Luna, who is one of the most important players in the previous 2.5 seasons, of course, we want to find a way. We miss him like everybody else in the last 4 months. Just yesterday we were talking about Jigson and Iban, they got injured, I think beginning of October, now Jigson is back, probably we want to get him some playing minutes to get over that feeling with his shoulder that he is back in business. Freddy also coming back with the team. So these kind of things as a coach, when you prepare at the beginning of the season, you enter into one dynamics and then you have to change. So many of them we were missing. If we name them again, Sotirio from the beginning, also 2 days ago I was talking to him on the phone. He will be also coming beginning of March to join the team a little bit, to spend the time with the team, to start working with medical staff and the other players. Then if we mention Sotirio, Jigson, Iban, Luna, Also now in idiotic games in Super Cup, we lost Pepra till the end of the season. So as a coach, sometimes it's like it's too much. But again, the beauty of coaching job, let's try to find a way how to win games. Then the youngsters they have to step up. Some other players, this is how it goes. Many of our players in the previous games who are in the starting 11 already now for, let's say, a long period. At the beginning of the season, they were not even in the game list, in the 18 or 20. So as a coach, it's like a process that you have to change dynamics. So now without Luna till the end of the season, we will have to fight. Not only without him, but many of them. If I remember in the beginning of the season, also missing for a couple of games, Dimi, Leshko. Then we had suspension of Drincic and Pravir Das. So many of those things you have to, like we say, mix and match and try to find a way. So now again, all these remaining 9 games, it will be like that. So let's hope for the best.
Hey coach, Punjab FC is coming up strong against BFC. How do you assess Punjab FC as an opponent?
It's a very tough team. So the fact that they are staying now at the table where they are, I think it's not realistic. They played so many good games this season. They didn't have luck to get a positive result. But again, that's their first year in ISL. This is also for a club as Punjab FC to recognize the ISL dynamics, rhythm, program and everything, and for them it's a great experience. So I think it's a very tough opponent, and whoever thinks that the game against Punjab FC is easy, it's wrong. It's a very tough team, physically strong. They can punish you, they have experienced players, they have quality in the team. So it will not be easy for us. It's a really tough game.
Hello coach.
Hello.
KBFC has struggled with injuries and now youngsters has been coming with fulfilled that pace. And also, how happy are you with your youngsters' performance?
With who?
Youngsters' performance.
Again, I was mentioning that many times. Youngsters and the young players are the biggest asset of the club. The whole process of having young players growing up, getting into the first squad, this is what it has to be a mandatory for all the clubs in India, especially in ISL, because this is how you create your next generation of young national teams and senior national teams. I'm happy with the progress. I'm happy the way they work. I'm happy the way they behave. Many of them, I remember selected 2.5 years ago in a youth team. Nihal is one of them. Now, if you mention also from Sachin, Azar, Ayman, Vibin, Nihal, so many young players who are with us and joining us every couple of months. So this is the process that it has to be respected by every club in ISL and I-League. Otherwise, very soon there will be no more players if nobody is doing that. Then you will have also only one small group of players who will be circulating from club to club, like it was the case before. And now, like, they're getting older maybe, so nobody will want to use them because they already changed 6-7 clubs. So then you get nothing. If you don't produce young players, if you don't get them chance, if you don't give them time to play, perform and grow up and become important part, then nobody will have players. So the clubs will suffer. At the end of the day, who will suffer the most? That's Indian football and Indian national team. So the teams, they will have to understand that it will be important for us. It's mandatory. It's vision of the club. It's vision of the owners. It's vision of our community in Kerala. There are so many talents. So we are not afraid to give them playing time and chance. And we like selecting them, making these generations from under 17, 19s, and whenever the moment they are ready, get them chance in a senior team, play like it's the case with, like I just said, Nihal, Sachin, Azar, Ayman, Vibin, Hormi in one moment when he arrived. So many young players who get chance in our team. So this is what we are doing. This is what we're going to continue doing.
Thank you, coach. Question to Nihal. ആദ്യ ഇലവനിൽ തന്നെ ഒരു അവസരം കിട്ടുക, അതിൽ തന്നെ മികച്ചൊരു അസിസ്റ്റ് നൽകാനും സാധിക്കുന്നു. എങ്ങനെ വിലയിരുത്തുന്നു നിഹാൽ കഴിഞ്ഞ മത്സരത്തിലെ നിഹാലിന്റെ പെർഫോമൻസിന്?
പെർഫോമൻസ് വെച്ച് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ഇതിൽ ഹാപ്പിയാണ്. ഞാൻ കോച്ച് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്ത് പ്രസ്സിംഗ് ആയാലും അതായാലും പക്ഷേ ടീമിന് റിസൾട്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല. അതിലൊരു സങ്കടമുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ അടുത്ത കളിയാകുമ്പോൾ നല്ലോണം കളിക്കാനാണ് വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്.
നിഹാൽ ഏത് ഗെയിമിലായാലും കിട്ടുന്ന അവസരം വിനിയോഗിക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടാണ്. നിഹാലിന് ഒരിക്കലെതിരെ മത്സരത്തിൽ ചാൻസ് പോയി ഏത് പൊസിഷനിലാണ് നിഹാലിനെ തൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും ബെസ്റ്റ് നോക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നതെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു പ്രിഫർ ചെയ്യുന്നൊരു പൊസിഷനാണോ? എങ്ങനെയാണ് നിഹാൽ സ്വന്തം കഴിവിനെ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നത്?
ഞാനങ്ങനെ പ്രിഫർ ചെയ്യാറില്ല. ഇപ്പോൾ പ്ലെയിങ് ടൈം കിട്ടിയാൽ മതി. അതുപോലെ കോച്ച് എവിടെ ഇട്ടാലും ഞാൻ എവിടെയും കളിക്കാനും ഹാപ്പിയാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ വിന്നറായാലും സ്ട്രൈക്കറായാലും എവിടെയായാലും ഞാൻ 100% ഇടും. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ മെൻറ്റാലിറ്റി.
Coach, one more question. It's not only last time. That's about the Indian football. Did you watch India's match against Syria, Pakistan, Australia,
In Asian Cup? Yeah.
Did you watch India's performance in the Asia Cup? And how do you evaluate the team India's performance past season?
I think that India national team played well with their maximum and with their full power. And I think that was the maximum of India national team in Asian Cup. The fact that, again, football as let's say as a science, it's invented. So there are no more new things that you have to invent, something that is still not there or already not there. So if you just compare and speak about previous Asian Cup 4 years ago, where India national team beat Thailand 4-1, or maybe losing, I remember game against Emirates 2-0, something like that. So then if you compare with 4 years later, I think that the players, all players in the Indian national team who were now in Qatar, they played well. They had a great enthusiasm, they had great motivation. They were playing on top of their qualities and possibilities. The fact that others are better and that others improved comparing to India national team is a question mark for Football Federation to sit down. So nothing wrong. So this is the normal process that all the national teams have had in previous 20 years. I can give example and experience. My experience when I arrived in France, 1997, 1998, it was already there. Then other countries, they started with that process, forming young new generations, how to form new players. Because if you want to compete in one big tournament, like Asian Cup, with senior national team on the highest level, hoping that you can make one result. So first you have to do is to create and have one young national team. It means under 17 or under 19, I don't know which one, but one of these, who can go and compete on one big tournament. Then these boys, they have to grow up. Okay? When they grow up, they will come on a senior level because they will be formed with quality, educated with quality, and they will have that quality to perform and play against top teams in Asia like it was the case. What we see now, 20 years ago, Japan, South Korea, Australia, many countries, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, many countries who were 20 years ago in a situation where is India national team now, they understood the process, how to develop football, how to develop new players, new wave, how to create and transfer from federation to the clubs in order to get those players who can compete later on the highest level. So 20 years ago, many countries around the world, South America, Europe, Asia, they started that process. Today, they're on top of football in the world. If India national team doesn't understand that and doesn't create it as a mandatory to all clubs, because federation and clubs, they work for the same cause. I always repeat it, the end product is national team. Okay, we can all speak about our clubs, how certain clubs are operating, working, doing, but at the end, it's about national team, how they can compete on the highest level. So, if there is no young national teams, there are no quality, young, educated players, there is no chance that the senior team will ever make anything. So, that's a fact. So, especially after this season, if you see the results in, like you said, 4 years ago you beat Thailand, you score a couple of goals. Now this year, 0 scored goals. Okay, games lost. Okay, it's time to sit down. Your best team champion get trashed in the Champions League. You're one of the best clubs in the country, richest club, whatever. Get trashed losing games against teams from Bangladesh or Maldives. Okay, let's sit down and find solutions, find options. How we can do it to improve our football. That tomorrow our teams qualify out of group in AFC. That we maybe can hope to qualify in Asian Cup. This is the whole process, working together, federation with the clubs. And like I say, everything is invented. You don't have to invent new things. You just maybe go around and see how other countries are doing. It's about infrastructure, it's about young national teams. And first you have to create, like all countries in the world have done, creating young national teams, going on these World Cups, Asian Cups, European Cups, whatever it is, with young national teams. They grow up to become better. They become important part of teams in ISL in this moment, okay? And later these players will compete on the highest level with national team and they will make difference. If you just hope, and if we just hope, saying, yeah, from now and then we're gonna select some players from ISL who are just, and say, okay, let's go and compete. It will never happen. Because the others, they understood the process. So now you see the difference between India national team, Uzbekistan, Syria, and there is equality. So there is nothing wrong. Maybe 4 years ago, India was on the same level with some countries. So now some countries, they improved, but we as India national team, we stayed there. So then it's a question mark. It's like, you know, the lamp. Okay, so what do I have to do that in next Asian Cup, I perform that way, what I need to do, and this is like the whole process. It has to start from federation, transfer to all the clubs. Like I just said, creating new wave, creating new energy that will push you further on, and like that, all the countries in the world. I remember as a player, you know, 20 years ago or something, playing national team games against South Korea, Japan. They were easy games. Now, you know, Japan goes in Germany and they destroy Germany. You know, these kind of things. Then the players of those countries, they go and play on the highest level. So this is very important, how you create the new level and the level that is needed for Asian Cup. And then in 4 years, okay, let's hope that the level will be there, that when India national team, Blue Tigers, go there and say, okay, let's win against Syria, let's win against Uzbekistan, let's make this nice draw against Japan, Australia, whatever it is. For the moment, it's quite impossible. I think that Blue Tigers did a great job, they played good, but it was not enough because the others are way above. Nothing wrong there. It's like the process in football where actually you have to just say, sit down and say, let's do it, let's improve all together. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Nihan. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Yeah, yeah. Davis, look.